Okay, councillors and staff, welcome to tonight's meeting of the Assets and Infrastructure Committee of Georges River Council, and I declare the meeting open at 7:02 p.m. I'd like to acknowledge the Bidjigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of all lands, water and sky in the Georges River area. I pay my respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who live, work and meet on these lands. I haven't received any apologies for tonight. So we'll go on to the request to join by audio visual link. Councillors Almere and Konjarski have requested to join by video link. So can I have a mover and a seconder to allow that, please? Councillor Stratokopoulos and Councillor Liu seconded. All those in favour say aye. All those against? I declare that carried. Notice of live streaming of committee meeting. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is being recorded for minute-taking purposes and is also being webcast live on Council's website. In accordance with Section 5 of Council's Code of Meeting Practice, this recording will be made available on Council's website. Code of Meeting Practice. The order of business is as shown in the agenda, which has been made available. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is open. Doors to the meeting room are to be left open unless the meeting moves into a closed confidential session, according to Section 14 of the Code of Meeting Practice. Only if the meeting moves into a closed confidential session will the public broadcasting of the meeting be suspended. Council's Code of Meeting Practice prohibits the electronic recording of meetings without the express permission of Council, and mobile phones must be turned to silent during the meeting. Disclosures of interest, I haven't received any. Does any councillor have one? No? Okay. You? Okay, there are no registered speakers for tonight's meeting. So we'll go to the first item, which is a confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting for ASS 016-23. I move that the minutes of the Assets and Infrastructure Committee meeting held on Tuesday, the 13th of June 2023 be adopted. I have a mover and a seconder.
I'll move.
Moved by Councillor Stratokopoulos, seconded by Councillor Liu. Are there any questions or discussion? Okay, all those in favour say aye.
Aye.
All those against? I declare that carried. Now we'll go to our only committee report, which is the ASS 017-23, report of the Georges River Local Traffic Committee Advisory Committee meeting held on the 4th of July 2023. Can I have a mover?
I'll move that.
Councillor Konjarski and a seconder.
I'll second that.
Councillor Stratokopoulos. Are there any questions or discussion? No, I actually want to say something. In general business, there's an item about Kawala Street, about no right turn restrictions. And I know where it's mentioned it's because of rat running. I just want to flag another concern. A resident told me this story, which is pretty traumatic. You can turn right out of those streets leading down to Hillcrest. Well, her son just got his licence and the app directed him to Kawala Street. And it was like on a 5:30 p.m. on a busy weeknight, someone behind him honking, it's raining. All of us with experience would go, abort that mission, we're going to turn left, we'll go to the lights. Well, he didn't. And so he turned right out of there and someone let him out, but the traffic going northbound didn't. So he kind of ricocheted into the car that let him out. Now that young boy's left with a grievous bodily conviction record because the other occupant broke their finger. So the rest of his life, he's going to have that on his record. So what I'm saying is, I believe, yeah, there shouldn't be any right-hand turns. I think it's dangerous to turn right from Kamwala, from Joffrey, all the way down onto King George's Road. It's like a Russian roulette mission. So hopefully when it's investigated, that's also taken into account as well, that impact on people's lives. So that's all I have to say about it. Any other? No? Okay. All those in favour say aye. Those against? I declare that carried. There being no further business on the agenda, I declare the meeting closed at 7:06 p.m. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Madam Chair.